In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the good ending in Total Chaos. Now, this isn't a definitive list on what to do. I'm just going to show you exactly what I did, and then hopefully that will be enough for you to get your own good ending. So the first thing is in Chapter 2, Decay, where we need to go down to this graveyard. The narrator is going to ask us why we're going there. There's also a monster down here. You can see how I took it out, throw a couple bricks to see where it's at, and then shoot it once with the pistol. After that, we just need to go further down in the graveyard. Go down to the very bottom left corner, and we're going to see some planks over a hole. We just need to get rid of those planks and then go down the hole. There's not really a way to get lost once you fall down into the hole, so just keep going until you see the cassette tape and listen to it. Step 2, we want to be in Chapter 3, Forgotten. And this is after the hide and seek section with the monster. We need to grab those 3 fuses again to put them in this slot right here so we can pull this lever. The thing is, though, is after we pull this lever, we don't want to go through this gate yet because we need to grab those 3 fuses again. It's very important for the next step when you fight the monster, so make sure that you grab these 3 fuses. Then for the next step, still in the same level, we want to fight the protector, but we don't want to kill them. So there's going to be they're gone text on this pillar that's sticking out a little bit. We want to get the monster over to this pillar and then deal enough damage so it activates its little blast attack. And you can see it's going to damage the wall. So we need to do that twice, and it's going to create a hole in the wall that we can run through. So you want to make sure you don't kill the monster, the protector here. You're just dealing enough damage so it activates its AoE, and then we're going to go through that. So now we want to run through that hole in the wall, and we're going to use the 3 fuses that we picked up earlier so we can power this lever which opens up this door. I picked up the 3 fuses again because you might need them later. There's a couple instances where having fuses will get you some more items. Once again, I don't know if that's part of the reason why I completed or got the good ending, but just copy what I'm doing, even if it doesn't seem like it's important. Next one is Step 3. We're in Chapter 4, Storm. So the narrator says we need to burn this wall of connectors, which means we need to do the opposite and not do that. So what we do is we can progress through the level, and you get to this part where you're freaking out and you see all these forgotten ones. The forgotten ones are these enemies with their face missing. You do not want to kill them, even though the narrator says to kill them. Throughout the entire game, I didn't kill any forgotten ones until the very end when I needed to. So just use if you played Call of Duty Zombies, just corral them all into a line and run past them. But do not kill any forgotten ones. The next part is actually a nasty trick that the game pulls on you. So in front of you, there's going to be a save point where you can ground yourself. You do not want to ground yourself. If you ground yourself, then you're going to lock yourself out of this good ending, and you'll have to reload a save. So just ignore that save point right there. And instead, we want to open up this door so we can go into the store right here. Once we're inside the store, there's going to be a wall that shows up only when you're experiencing madness right here. So if you grounded yourself, this wall isn't going to be open, and without this wall, you're not going to be able to get past the connectors without burning them. So after that tunnel sequence, you'll get to this dead end. Now we can ground ourselves with the record player, and that'll get us a really nice armor. I think the armor I used for the rest of the game. But also it gets us past the wall of connectors. So it's always a good sign when the narrator is upset with you because you're not doing what he wants. So step 4, Chapter 5 Crossroads. This is the most difficult one in my opinion because you have to beat the game without saving or without grounding yourself. And you can't save without grounding yourself. So you have to complete this whole level while in madness. It took me like 4 times to get through it without dying. Very frustrating, but that's just what it calls for. There's also speculation that you need to answer the 4 phone calls. I don't know if that's true or not. When I played through it, I did answer all 4 phone calls. They're really hard to miss, but I'll show you where they all are. The first one is right by the save point. Second one is after you go up the elevator, you're on your way to get the wheel key. Very hard to miss again, right in front of some enemies. Third one is in this room that you have to go through. There's these 3 spider enemies. Once you clear them out, you can answer the phone on the wall. And the 4th one is when you get access to the library. It's on the right in front of the puzzle. Very hard to miss. So I answered all 4 calls. Don't know if that's part of the trigger for the good ending. Might as well do it. They're not out of your way or anything like that. So step 5, chapter 6 in Regression, we want to not activate or not open any of these valves. Once again, narrator tells us to open the valves, so we're not going to do that. And you know you're on the right track because he'll start getting upset with you, saying that you missed the valve, you need to activate it. The only valve that you want to turn in this entire game is at the very end when you need to close this valve, and that will activate the pumps. You'll know you did this one right because as you're leaving that pump station, narrator is upset with you.
This won't solve anything.
Now this next one is where we get weird because I don't think you have to do this. You look at the achievements here, there's 6 things on the wall that says you need to complete, and there's 6 achievements tied to the good ending. So what happens is, at the end of this tunnel maze, what people are saying is that you need to go through it in the dark. And you have to have flares, otherwise the monster will immediately kill you. But the thing is that I didn't do this. I tried to do it, but I wasn't able to get all the way through. I actually got pretty far. You can see right here, I got all the way up to where there's some candles, I think on the ground, or there's some lit candles somewhere. So since there wasn't an achievement linked to it, and because I only had 1 flare, I wasn't able to get through it, I just decided that this must not be important. So you can see right here, my flare dies out. A monster comes. I die. And then I have to reload the save. So instead, I just pulled the switch and I walked through and completed the level. So I don't know if it's not necessary. I don't know if I got far enough in the tunnel system to trigger whatever the activator was. I don't know if the game is just bugged. So this is where it gets kind of weird. So try to get through the tunnel if you can. At least get to the candle section where I died. Maybe that was part of the activator. And then the last step, step 6, is in Chaos. Once again, we're just not killing the Forgotten Ones. So narrator is going to tell you to kill them. They're blocking your path right here. You just got to find a way to go around. Just don't kill them. And the only time that I did kill Forgotten Ones was in this final boss fight. The final boss also was killing them. So if you do kill them at this fight, it doesn't seem to lock you into the bad ending. These ones that are just running at me, I just let them live. But probably 5 to 10 of them died during this boss fight. But that's it. Those are the steps that I took to get the good ending. Hopefully it works out for you. Let me know in the comments if it did or didn't. And thanks for watching.
I was wrong. I was wrong.